Hello students. So in the previous class, we were discussing about a problem related to instantaneous code. So there we had done a small error with respect to the problem. So that is we need to find the value of R by trial and error method. So where we considered only the first value, that is the word length 3, and we had not considered the value 5. So we need to consider the word length 3 multiplied by the R value, that is 1 to the power of minus 2 plus 5 into 1 to the power of minus 4. So if you calculate this, you will be getting some value. So where that has to be less than or equal to 1. So similarly, when R is equal to 2, so this will be 3 into 2 to the power of minus 2 plus 5 into 2 to the power of minus 4, which should also be less than or equal to 1. Similarly, for R is equal to 3, so it is 3 into 3 to the power of minus 2 plus 5 into 3 to the power of minus 4 less than or equal to 1. If you calculate these values, you will be getting one of the R value, that means what should be the length of the code alphabet or how many number of code alphabet should be present. Later on, we have completed the problem by finding the instantaneous code. So this is about the problem related to the instantaneous code. So now next we have what we call as the Shannon's encoding algorithm. So where you know that we require 5 steps to do this Shannon's encoding. So we need to arrange all the probabilities in the decreasing order. So let us look into an example here. So where the problem statement is like this, where apply Shannon's encoding algorithm to the following set of messages and obtain the code efficiency and redundancy. We need to arrange all these probabilities, it is M1, M2, M3, M4 and M5, which is given in the problem. So this M1 is 1 by 8. So these are the symbols, I can say, that is the messages, and these are the corresponding probabilities what we have. So M1 is 1 by 8, this is 1 by 16, M3 is 3 by 16, M4 is 1 by 4 and M5 is 3 by 8. So these are the corresponding probabilities. Now the very first step what we need to do is that we need to arrange all these probabilities in the decreasing order. So we are going to arrange all these probabilities in the decreasing order. So if we arrange all these probabilities in the decreasing order, so this will be M5, it is 3 by 8, M4 1 by 4, M3 that is 3 by 16, is M1 1 by 8, then M2 it is 1 by 16. So these are the probabilities what we are going to get after we arrange them in the decreasing order. So once you arrange all these probabilities in the decreasing order, so the next thing what we need to do is that we need to compute the sequences. That is step 2. So compute the sequences. So computing in the sequences, in the sense we have considered in general alpha 1 to be equal to 0. So next we need to find alpha 2, where alpha 2 is equal to P1 probability plus your alpha 1, which is nothing but what is the probability P1. So the P1's probability is 3 by 8. So now this is your P1, P2, P3, P4 and P5. So this is your P1 plus alpha 1. So plus alpha 1 is 0. So 3 by 8 value is 0.375. Next alpha 3. Alpha 3 is P2 plus alpha 2. So which is equal to, so P2 is what? So P2 is nothing but 1 by 4 plus 0.375. So which gives to 0.625. Then we have alpha 4, which is equal to P3 plus alpha 3. P3 is 0.625 plus alpha 3 is, so this is P3 value, So P3 value is 3 by 16 plus 0.625, so which gives to 0.8125. Then we have alpha 5, which is equal to P4 plus your alpha 4. So P4 is 1 by 8 plus your alpha 4 is 0.8125, which gives to the value of 0.9375. Then we have alpha 6, which is equal to P5 plus alpha 5. So P5 is 1 by 16 plus your alpha 5 is 0.9375, so which gives the value 1. So this is how we are going to calculate compute the sequences with respect to alpha 1 to alpha 6. So now once you compute the sequences, now you need to find the step 3 is you need to find what is the length. So that means, so you are going to calculate its length, that is 2 power Li greater than or equal to 1 by Pi. So this is the formula what we are going to calculate the length. So now you need to find L1. So 2 to the power of L1 greater than or equal to 1 by P1 means what is P1 here? So it is 3 by 8, so which gives to 2 power L1 greater than or equal to 8 by 3. So now applying log base 2 on both the sides, so we get log base 2 of 2 to the power of L1 greater than or equal to log base 2 of 8 by 3. So where this can be written as 2 to the power of L1 greater than or equal to, so if you simplify this, so if we are going to simplify, so this will be log base 2 of 2 to the power of L1. So that means, so log base 2 of 2 means, so it will be L1, then log base 2 of 8 by 3 is 1.411. So where if you approximate this value, so you will be getting, that means you need to round off to the next integer, whole integer, so the value of this will be equal to 2. So similarly now we need to find the value for the second one, that is 2 to the power of L2 greater than or equal to 1 by P2. So similarly you are going to apply the log base 2 of what is 1 by P2, so it is 4. So if we simplify this, you will be getting your L2 value, where L2 will be equal to 2. So then next you need to calculate, so this is for L1, then you are going to calculate the value for, this is for L2, and next you are going to calculate for L3. So 2 power L3 greater than or equal to 1 by P3, so it is L3 log base 2 of 2 greater than or equal to what is P3, it is 16 log base 2 of 16 by 3. If you simplify this, you will be getting the L3 value as 2.415. Then you are going to calculate the value of L4, so it is 2 power L4 greater than or equal to 1 by P4. So it is L4 log base 2 of 2 greater than or equal to what is P4, it is log base 2 of 8. So you will be getting the L4 value as 3. Then you are going to calculate L5, that is 2 power L5 greater than or equal to 1 by P5. So it is L5 log base 2 of 2 greater than or equal to log base 2 of 16. So here you will be getting L5 is equal to 4. So now we have found out all the lengths of the sequences, that is we have L1, that is the length Li in minutes. So here L1 is equal to 2, then L2 is equal to 2, L3 is equal to, so here we are getting 2.415 rounded off to the next integer, so it will be 3. So then we have L4 also 3, then L5 is equal to 4. So now once you compute this one, so next the step 4 is, so whatever the sequences which are in decimal, we need to convert them into binary. So now let us calculate or compute the sequences which are in decimal. So where alpha 1 is 0. So we need to compute these sequences depending upon the length. So what is L1? L1 is 2 bits. So but your alpha 1 is equal to 0, but we need to consider this alpha 1 as 0 0. So this is nothing but the code word for this particular sequences. So alpha 1 is 0 0. Next we have alpha 2. So where alpha 2 is 0.375, the base is 10, that is in decimal. Now you need to convert that into binary. So 0.375 into 2. So until how many number of places you need to convert this into binary is depending upon the length. So what is the length of alpha 2? So the length of alpha 2 is 2. That means up to 2 decimal places you are going to calculate this value. So 2 5s are 10, 2 7s are 14, 1 15. So it is 7.75 with remainder value is 0. So it is 0.75 into 2. So it is 15. So the remainder value is 1. So it will be 0.502 into 2. So it is 1.00. The remainder value is 0. So you need to consider the value from here. So that is 0.10. So this is the value of your alpha 2. So here what is its length? So the length is 2. So we need to remove this binary point and we need to consider the value. So next we have alpha 3. So alpha 3 is 0.625. So 0.625 multiplied by 2. So the remainder value is 1. So it is 0.250 into 2. So it is, so the remainder is 0. So it is 0.5 into 2, 1.0. The remainder value is 1. So now we will be getting 0.00. So this is for alpha 3. So next we need to calculate for alpha 4. So where alpha 4 is equal to 0.8125 multiplied by 2. So it is 1.6. The remainder value is 1. So this will be 0.625 into 2. So remainder is 1. Here the remainder value is 0. So it is 0.5 multiplied by 2, we will be getting 1.0 with remainder 1. So next we have alpha 5, where alpha 5 is 0.9375 multiplied by 2. So remainder is 1. So 0.875 multiplied by 2, 15. So remainder is 1. So it is 0.750 into 2. So it is 1.5. Once again remainder is 1. So it is 0.5 into 2, we will be getting 1.0 with remainder 1. So next you need to calculate for alpha 6. So alpha 6 is 1. So this alpha 6 we doesn't require here. So because we need to calculate only for alpha 1 to alpha 5, where you can neglect alpha 6. Okay. Now once you computed or converted this decimal values into its corresponding binary values, so now we will construct a table. So where we have the messages, then we have the probabilities, then the length, then we have the corresponding code word. So where M5, M4, M3, M1, M2, where the corresponding probability is M5 is 3 by 8, 1 by 4, 3 by 16, 1 by 8 and 1 by 16, and corresponding to this the length Li. So L1 is 2, L2 is 2, L3 is 3, L4 is 3, and here this L5 is 4. So now we have calculated the code word. So L1 the length is 0, 0. Then we have this one, so it is 0.011. So if you remove the decimal point, so we get 0, 1. So then we have alpha 3. So where alpha 3 value is 0.101, this is your alpha 3 value. And if we consider your alpha 4, so your alpha 4 is 0.1101. Then we have alpha 5, it is 0.111. So here alpha 3 value is 101. Then we have alpha 4, so alpha 4 is 1101. So alpha, so which is 3 bits, so this is 4 bits. So this is how we are going to calculate or construct a table after calculating all the lengths, and corresponding to that you are going to calculate what is the different code word with respect to all the message sequences. So this is your step 4 what we have done. It is converting from decimal to binary, and also the step 5 is you are going to remove the binary point and write the corresponding code word. So now you need to find what is the code efficiency and redundancy. So for finding out the code efficiency, you require the entropy. So here how we are going to calculate the entropy. So instead of entropy, we are going to consider it as, first we need to consider what is its minimum average length L. So that is summation of I is equal to 1 to Q Pi into Li minutes per message symbol. So now how many number of source symbols we have? So we have 5, that is Q is equal to 5 here since we have 5 messages. So the summation varies from I is equal to 1 to 5. So what is Pi into Li? The probability is 3 by 8 into what is your length? It is 2 plus 1 by 4 into 2 plus 3 by 16 into 3 plus 1 by 8 into 3 plus 1 by 16 into 4. So if you simplify this, you will be getting what is the average length L. So now we need to calculate what is its entropy, that is H of S. So once you find out the average length L, next we need to find what is your H of S. So H of S, we already know that it is summation of I is equal to 1 to Q Pi log of 1 by Pi bits per message symbol. So now we know all the probabilities. So it is 3 by 8 log of 8 by 3 plus 1 by 4 log 4 plus 3 by 16 log of 16 by 3 plus 1 by 8 log 8 plus 1 by 16 log 16. So if we simplify this, you will be getting what is your h of s. Then we need to find what is the chord efficiency. So chord efficiency is denoted by eta. Eta is equal to h of s divided by the average length L. So substitute what is your h of s value, what you will be getting from here, as well as the average length L. So if you substitute here, you will be getting what is its corresponding chord efficiency. Now you need to find what is the redundancy. So R eta of s is equal to 1 minus chord efficiency. So 1 minus your value what you are calculating for the chord efficiency, that will give your redundancy. So this is your redundancy. So this is how we are going to complete the Shannon's encoding algorithm problem. So now suppose if the same problem is asked for the second extension. So second extension in the sense, so here we have 5 source symbols. So 5 source symbols in the sense, if you want to calculate the second extension, then it will be 5 to the power of 2. So then we will be having 5 square means we will be having 25 combination, that means 25 source symbols will be present. So once you find all the 25 source symbols, then you need to arrange them in the decreasing order. So once you arrange them in the decreasing order, next you need to find what are the sequences, then what are the lengths, and then corresponding code word, that is by converting decimal point to binary. So then you need to find the second extension. So second extension means you need to find what is the h of s square. So where h of s square is nothing but it is 2 times h of s value. So you need to calculate what is your h of s square value first, then and you need to verify whether it is satisfying the condition of 2 times of h of s. So now let us look into a simple example of that second extension. Okay, this is another example for Shannon's encoding algorithm. So where they have given the symbol as well as the probability, you need to find or you need to apply the Shannon's encoding algorithm. And also we need to check whether how much efficiency will be increased if we go for the second extension. So now first we need to find the first extension. So for finding the first extension, the first step is you need to arrange the probabilities in the decreasing order. So it's already in the decreasing order, no need to arrange them in the decreasing order. Next you need to compute, that is step 2 is you need to compute the sequences. So where initially alpha 1 will be 0, then we have alpha 2 which is equal to P1 plus alpha 1, which is nothing but P1 is 0.5 plus 0 which is equal to 0.5 only. Then we have alpha 3 which is equal to P2 plus alpha 2. So P2 is 0.3 plus your alpha 2 is 0.5 which is equal to 0.8. Then we have alpha 4 which is equal to P3 plus alpha 3. So P3 value is 0.2 plus your alpha 3 is 0.8 which is equal to 1. So this is how we compute the sequences. So once you compute the sequences, next you need to find out what is the length of the corresponding bits. So length, how we are going to calculate? You are going to calculate with respect to the formula 2 power Li greater than or equal to 1 by Pi. So for calculating L1, so you will be applying log on both the sides. So log 1 of log base 2 of 2 is less than or equal to, so 1 by Pi means, so what is, so 1 by 0.5, so it is log base 2 of 0.5. If you calculate this, you will be getting what is your L1. Similarly, L2 log base 2 of 2 greater than or equal to log base 2 of 0.3, calculate what is your L2 value. Then we have L3 log base 2 of 2 greater than or equal to log base 2 of 0.2. So you will be getting your L3 value. So once you calculate L1, L2, L3 value, next the step 4 is you need to calculate or you need to convert this decimal into binary. So once again convert 0.5 multiply by 2, so it will be 1.0, the remainder is 1, so you will be getting 0.00 as the remainder value. then it is 0.8 into 2, so it is 1.6, 1 remainder, so it is 0.6 into 0, so you will be getting 1.2, 1 remainder, so 0.2 into 2 you will be getting 0.5 with 0 remainder. So you are going to continue this extension depending upon what is the length you are going to get. So if suppose if L1 is 5, then here we cannot compute any further sequences. So if you are not able to compute the sequences up to its corresponding length, then you are going to add zeros, that's all. So here also depending upon L2 value, you are going to continue up to how many number of decimal places you need to go on. So similarly for L3. So once you compute the sequences, that is conversion from decimal to binary, so then you write a table with respect to, first we have the source symbols, then we have the probabilities, then the length, then we have the code word. So we have the source symbol S1, S2, S3, corresponding to that we have 0.5, 0.3, 0.2, and corresponding to this you fill whatever you are going to get after finding the solution. So once you find this one, so next what we need to find? We need to find what is its minimum average length L. So which is given by summation of I is equal to 1 to 3. So Pi into Li. So you already know the probability. So probability is 0.5 multiplied by L1 plus 0.3 into L2 plus 0.2 into L3. If you simplify this, you will be getting what is its average length L. So next you need to calculate what is the entropy. So entropy is summation of I is equal to 1 to 3 Pi. So this is P1. So P1 is nothing but what? So it is 0.5 log of 1 by 0.5 plus 0.3 log of 1 by 0.3 plus 0.2 log of 1 by 0.2. So if you simplify this, you will be getting what is your H of S value. So next you need to calculate what is its efficiency, which is given by H of S divided by your average length L. If you simplify, you will be getting what is its efficiency. So 1 minus eta, this gives your redundancy. So now once you find this one, you need to calculate for the second extension. Second extension means we have 3 source symbols. So 3 to the power of 2 means you will be getting 9 different source symbols. So that is S1, S2, S1, 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 S2, S1, S3, then we have S2, S1, S2 and S2, S2 and S3, then we have S3, S1, S3, S2, then we have S3 and S3. So find out what are the source symbols you are going to get after you multiply. So where you should get 9 source symbols. So corresponding to this 9 source symbols, so once you find all the 9 source symbols, so next you need to perform the similar operation. That means you need to arrange all the probabilities, that is 9 symbols you need to arrange in decreasing order. So once you arrange them in the decreasing order, so next you need to find the sequences, that is alpha 1 value. So alpha 1, alpha 2, so alpha 3, alpha 4, alpha 5, 6, 7, 8 as well as 9. So alpha 1 is by default it is 0. Then alpha 2 is P1 plus alpha 1. So this is P2 plus alpha 2. This is P3 plus alpha 3. P4 plus alpha 4. So this is P5 plus alpha 5. This is P6 plus alpha 6. Then we have P7 plus alpha 7. So this is P8 plus alpha 9. So compute all the sequences. So once you compute all the particular sequences, next you need to find what is the length. That means you need to calculate what is L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, L6, L7, L8 and L9. So find all the lengths. Then the step 4 is you need to convert the sequences whatever we have found out here which are in decimal to binary. So once you find out the step 4. So the next thing is that once again you need to calculate what is its average length L. Then you need to calculate what is your h of s square. So what is h of s square here? H of s square is nothing but you need to consider all these 9 source symbols into consideration. That means the summation varies from I is equal to 1 to 9. So once you find h of s square, next you also can find out what is your h of s square in general. It should be 2 times of h of s. So h of s you have found out here. So verify whether you are going to get 2 times of h of s. So once you find h of s square, then you are going to calculate what is its efficiency. So efficiency is h of s to the power of 2 divided by average length L. So if you calculate this, you will be getting the efficiency. Then redundancy is 1 minus eta. So calculate what is its redundancy. So now we need to check whether how much is the code efficiency is improved. So that's why in order to check for the code efficiency increased, so what you need to calculate here is that, so you need to subtract the code efficiency which you have got. So which is the largest efficiency you have got, so that minus the smallest code efficiency. So largest code efficiency minus the smallest code efficiency. So if you calculate this, you will be getting some value. So this is going to tell you how much code efficiency has been increased with respect to the second extension. So this is about the extension problem. So where the extension here we have given only for 3 source symbols. It can be for 2 symbols, 3, or it can be more than 3 source symbols.